Well, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have had a good Saturday. To me, it feels like one of those days that you just want to kind of like curl up and not do a whole bunch of anything. Maybe because the temperature here has dropped like 40 degrees or something. I don't know. But I've been just kind of hanging out, doing my thing. As a matter of fact, there's a movie that I'm watching that's called Sleuth, and it's available on Prime. Really good. It has two of my favorite actors, which of course I'm going to forget their names right now. I have like 10 minutes left of it, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't finish it. I have to go live. So I have 10 minutes of a movie to see after we finish our live. And today we're not talking about on passive. I know it's shocking. Today we're actually going to talk about an MLM that you may not know about, and it's called Princess House. Now, many months ago, because I have a Trello board where I put ideas and stuff, and Princess House was there. And at the time when I was looking up, like looking for, I guess, lesser known in terms of people aren't talking about these MLMs, I was really looking for something that was about toys. And I know there's a couple of toy ones out there. And for some reason, I thought Princess House was that. But alas, I was wrong. It was founded by this guy. His name is Charlie. I think it's Collins. Is that right? Yeah, Charlie Collis. Over 50 years ago. It started out as a hand blown crystal company. And over time, it evolved into something that's kind of like a pampered chef and a Tupperware kind of smushed together, just all kinds of things that you would use within your kitchen. And tonight, I have my friend Beth with me, and she is going to give us some more background on Charlie and his beginnings, and then who became the CEO. I know who is now the CEO because there's been kind of this change of command, so to speak. And overall, when we were talking before we went live, we both seem to think that they're doing things in a way so that they fly under the radar and they look above board, like they, look like they're maybe not an MLM, like they're actually direct sales, but of course, they're probably not that. Anyway, Beth, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate your time and energy into the world of multi-level marketing.
Hello, my dear. How are you? I'm doing good. Hey.
Hey,
That's a
Hannah.
little missing. Yeah,
Before we
so,
get,
go ahead.
I'm sorry
Sorry.
to cut you off, but before you get into that, I do want to tell everybody that the FTC has a tentative agenda for February 17th, and they will be talking about advance notice of proposed rulemaking concerning earnings claims, which that's a way to be able to say MLMs need to provide income disclosure statements and give real information. Well, they are looking for the public to make statements. I'm going to make a statement, and I encourage everybody to make a statement as well. You can sign up to give a commentary live, which is for 2 minutes, but you can also do a pre-recorded video, or you can do something that's written. I'm going to put, and this the submissions stuff, let me put both of these links into the chat. This first one is the press release about this, and then I'm going to put the link for the actual form to sign up. And sometime on my community tab, I'm going to put what I am going to record and say, which you can take and use and kind of like put your story in there. Take out the stuff that I say about my particular story and put in yours and kind of like give it your own little spin.
I'll be
So
doing that. I want to take part in it as well, so I'll
and
write
I'm
it.
going to put it in what I'm going to say in It's a Scam. So you'll be able to grab it from there and kind of like smush it up and, make it the way that you want to as well, Beth. So,
Sounds
okay. Sorry
good.
for like the side note, but it's like this is an important thing. And I want to make sure
Mhm.
that we mention it a couple of times tonight because I want people, real voices from real victims of multi-level marketing, to be able to give their 2 cents so that the FTC can see it's important for multi-level marketing companies to give real information on their income disclosures,
Yes.
including the number of people that leave each year, because they
Yes.
don't tell us, the full story of anything. So anyway, back to Princess House. So Beth, tell us a little bit about the founder, Mr. Charlie Collis.
So, Mr. Charles Albert Collis, who also went by Charlie, was actually born on March 13th of 1915. He was born in Massachusetts. And he was married. He did have some children. He had a son, which he named Froman, a daughter named Lisa. He had 7 grandchildren, a big family. He was educated at the Huntington School in Boston, and then he went to Dartmouth College. He graduated that college in 1937, and he actually started his own shoe company. So he began as someone that kind of had his own shoe factory, if you will. From 1942 until 1963, he actually became the co-owner of a company that was Armor Bronze and Silver, which became the largest manufacturer of the copper and brass giftware in the world. So that he's always, since 1942, been into, I guess you could say, the metals. And in 1948, he actually became co-founder of Copper Craft Guild, which became a national organization, and that was his start in the direct selling industry. And then in 1963, he made he made Princess House. And at that time, like you said, it actually manufactured and sold hand-blown glass and giftware. And he was also the owner of Louis Glass Company in Weston, which was also the largest producer of hand-blown glass in the country. So he's known as one of the biggest pioneers in developing the direct selling industry. A lot of people, when they're talking about the start, though, of this MLM industry, which is direct selling as well, they often talk about, Mary Kay, Avon, Tupperware, but we don't really ever hear much about Princess House and Charles Collis. So that was a little bit interesting to me. But he is known as someone who did donate a lot of his money. Um so he's not like other people that have created an MLM. He was actually known as a leading philanthropist, and he spent a lot of his time doing charitable stuff like volunteering and donating money and all that kind of stuff. And then he eventually passed away at the age of 99 on May 6th of 2014, and he was living in Rhode Island at the time. And he was actually involved with the company Princess House until his death. They would invite him, they would have like anniversaries, and they continued to invite him to all the anniversaries until he passed away.
Wow, so he had a very long life, but you know, one of the things that bothers me about this one is just the name itself, Princess House. And the whole thought of that, is designed to empower women. But I don't know I mean, I have joked in the past saying like I'm a princess or whatever, but I feel like it's very sexist sounding.
Oh yeah, I
Prince,
call myself Queen of Spade as satire.
you know?
But if you know me, you know everything I do is satirical in my name and half of the skits I do and etc. But the funny thing is that when I did find any information about people talking about how he was one of the first to start in the direct selling industry, they did actually attach him very much like, Mary Kay, very much like those beginning women in Avon and Tupperware, where they said that he began Princess House in a time, of course, when women did not have a lot of jobs that they can choose from. Most
Right.
were stay-at-home moms, and that, yes, his whole reason for creating it and naming it that was in hopes to empower women and give women a chance to enter, like, the workforce, if you will.
Well, I do know over Truth in Advertising, there's a whole bunch of like not so good claims that are made. Rachel, thank you so very much for that super chat. I appreciate it so very
Hi,
much.
Rachel.
Um, and whenever I see someone like a company that has a whole bunch of stuff over in Truth in Advertising, I automatically side eye, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just can't
You
help
don't end up there because you're honest in advertising. I
certainly
promise.
not. Well,
That
I
they
think
don't
we
sell truth in advertising because it's all the people that are truthful.
it's usually because they're not being truthful. Okay, where
Yeah. You end
is
up there, it's not good.
so here we have their website, and okay, do you guys see it? Did I share
Yes,
the right
yes.
thing?
Yes,
Okay,
you
I'm
did.
just making
You are
sure.
all good.
Sometimes I can't tell. For over 55 years, Princess House has been committed to developing products that make life healthier and more beautiful. Quality home products like cookware and glass storage containers, cutlery, beautiful table settings, as well as exceptional nutritional products. Now, something that is interesting that I found when I was just kind of wandering around looking at different things is that there's not a lot of nice things said about them at the Better Business Bureau or
Yeah.
with Consumer Affairs. Like all the reviews are pretty much scathing that these products are crap.
Yeah, I couldn't find, like, the only ones that I could find that said they were good came from their consultants.
Well, of
But like
course.
you, I went over to the Better Business Bureau and all the other I even looked at the Amazon reviews and they weren't that great either, by the way. So I don't
So,
know. But then everywhere else, like I said, like all the MLM websites that do their reviews, they all said they were great. And I was like, that's because you're building a downline with them. Like,
exactly. So their guiding principles are ethics, quality, diversity, loyalty, customer service, hard work, and relationships.
can I just bring up too that when I was researching this as well, because they said diversity,
Uh-huh.
60% of their company is actually Spanish. They prey on the
Oh,
Latino
really?
community very hardcore. So it's just funny to me that they talk about diversity, but then if you like look at this website, you would never know that they preyed on the Latino community.
No,
It's
you're
all
just
white
pretty much
people
seeing
on
white
here.
women.
Okay, it's all white. Like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's very weird.
Join today. You'll thank us tomorrow. Whatever your plans are, supplementing your income, taking a vacation, or paying off debt, Princess House gives you the opportunity to earn extra income on your own terms, at home, online, or in person. No matter the circumstances, you choose when, where, and how much time you want to work. Oh, we know that's a bunch of bunk. Plus, you get to share our beautiful products while learning new ways to live a healthier life. Isn't that sweet? You're in control. Set your
Good lord.
goals. The more parties you hold, the more money you can make. On average, consultants make $125 or more per event. I wonder
That's
how they find
not
out. I don't
no.
think that's realistic. Make your own schedule, day or night, probably working day and night, weekdays or weekends, probably all the above, 2 days a week or a week or five. It's your business. Work when you want to. Save on your
They
favorite.
all
As
say
Princess
that.
House consultant, you can get your favorite products at big discounts. Even though you've never heard of Princess House until this very moment, you can get your favorite products that you didn't even know were your favorites. And this is what I found interesting because I could not find anything. And Beth, maybe you did as I was nosing around. I didn't come across, like, well, where is the, how much does it cost to sign up? Or maybe it's further down and I've slept since then and
Nope.
don't remember.
It's actually I dug around and apparently it's $125
To
US.
start.
That's where I found, but that was only one source I found. And I don't just depend on one source. I usually like to find it in a few
Yeah,
places. So while I was trying to because I couldn't find it on the website either, and that was very suspicious to me.
exactly.
And while I was trying to search it out, they actually keep it hidden on purpose. And it's knowing that you're not supposed to know how much it costs until you go to pay for it. But they promise you that you're getting, what was it, $585 worth of products, I believe it
Of course
was.
they do. Yeah.
500 and something, but I believe it was 585. And then that was very weird. So
Yeah.
all the other sources I found were like, we're not supposed to know. It's a big secret. And I was like, isn't that illegal? Aren't you supposed to, by law, put out what the cost is to join this? Or am I insane?
I would think that you would need to.
Because
Well,
that would be false
we're going to look.
advertising,
We're
right?
going to look at this little sliding scale, and this is based on an average party with $500 in customer sales. And I bet you it is really challenging to sell that much. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. This is not a representation of what you will earn. Actual earnings will differ from person to person. And it's always this, depending on individual efforts and skill, customer base, and time devoted to the business. Earnings in one
Careful.
month include bonus. So here, you would have to have 4 parties per month to earn $500. That's just one party a week, $500 monthly earnings with the potential to earn much more. Okay, so you want me to go to like 800 or 1,000? Where do you want me to stop?
Just go wherever you want.
Okay,
It doesn't,
well,
it's
at
weird to me that
800,
it changes like
at
this.
800 a
It's so
month, you need
bizarre.
8 parties. That's just 2 a week. That
This
would get
is so
exhausting.
weird.
For a month to earn $1,000, that's still 8 parties. So let's go to the 1,500. You would need
How
to
is
have
that?
12 parties a month or 3 parties a week. That's a lot to do
How
all of
the
that, I'm
heck are you?
sure.
How the Okay. We're doing a party every day. Like,
And now 4 parties a week, or if you want to earn $2,500 a month, then you would need to have 16 parties. Good Lord.
literally, this is 4 parties per week. That sounds like hell.
Yeah. It's
I'm
like
just
I don't think it'd be
Oh,
easy
no.
to book all of that. But we get to see here how it works. New consultants can earn extra rewards. As a new consultant, you have an opportunity to earn free products designed to enhance your starter kit with our Bright Beginnings program. Here's how it works. 1, connect with your consultant, which we need to find a consultant. Your consultant is here to support you as you start your business, even though it's not really your own business. 2, order your share plus earn kit, which that's where I'm going like, well, can I find out about this kit? No. Once you have your kit, you're okay. So I mean, they need to fix that. Ready to
Bill
start your
Must.
business for the opportunity. Did they have a Bill Must write stuff?
Right?
For the opportunity to earn a generous income and great rewards. And 3, engage in personal training. We provide the business tools, tips, and training to help you grow your business.
By the way, I looked into that a little bit more, and
Yeah,
all it is videos, a
I
website,
figured.
and then, like, your e-suite. Like
Yeah,
every other MLM. Like, they have nothing
yeah,
that's special, and the videos are just, like, their princess house training videos. Like, they have a few of the high up people, basically, like every MLM that does, like, the main videos, and then they post them, and
right.
that's their training. Yay!
The support you need to succeed at Princess House we're more than just a team. We're a family, said every MLM.
Right.
We love the family. We support each other, again, said every MLM. From
Especially
questions about
Scentsy. Ugh.
booking your first parties to growing your business, all you have to do is ask and run around like a crazy person. And then, you're going to have some testimonials. Who cares? Ready to write your own Princess House success story? Launch your
No.
business and you can start earning today. Not really. Okay. But you can find a consultant. And so then you have to enter your information and all of that jazz, which we're not going to do any of that jazz,
No.
just say. Yeah,
But see how
most
it doesn't tell
people
you
aren't familiar with this.
it
To
doesn't
do
tell you the price either here.
Yeah, which I mean,
You
I
notice?
just find that really bothers me. So now we have a couple of videos to watch that I found, which I have not had the um, pleasure to watch. So here's one on how to get started. So I thought that would be a good one to take a gander at. So are we ready to, and this looks like it's like older than the hills, or is it just me?
I don't know when it was. See, the funny thing is that there is no information on how they update their site or anything like that. So they could still be using videos from 1990 for all we know.
Yeah. So because this just doesn't look very recent in terms of like the size of the video and everything. It just looks a little
So,
odd.
like, what's the year that it says on the
It says 2019, but you can upload things from
Yeah,
other
I
years.
don't
So
know.
I just don't know. This is Princess House Linda Bradley. I don't know if that's who's presenting this, but this is roughly 9 minutes. So let's see what Linda has to say, shall we?
It's so crazy how everyone's like, "I haven't heard of this one," but it's been around
I
since
know.
1963. Like,
That's the
isn't it
thing.
crazy? Oh, wait, I just wanna bring up too that the woman that, was the CEO before the one that's the CEO now is very, very attached to the DSA and the DSEF. So, I feel like that's why we said, like, they're trying to legitimize themselves a lot, and because of that, it has kind of flown under the radar.
Yeah.
And, like, nobody's talked about it. Like, I even think it's weird that I did a whole history video on the history of MLMs and never came across Charles Collis until, like, now. But then when I was researching him, it was like, "This is one of the men that paved the way for direct selling," and I was like, "Well, then how come I've never heard of him until today?" Like,
Well, then, I
I
mean,
was just so confused.
I'm really glad we're doing this one because I think it really highlights that there's so many of these things. And that, I mean, as long as we've both been making videos, doing deep dives and all of that, and I mean, even ones that I haven't done a video on, there's a lot that I've heard of. But, like you, it wasn't until like I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look at this guy.
Oh,
And
and
I thought,
another thing,
oh crap. This is
this
something that's been around a long time. And
and it has
yes,
stores.
it has stores.
It has actual stores. Frank, it almost slipped my mind. When I was researching it, we have a Princess House store, here in Mississauga, which is close to me here in Ontario, and then
Oh, you're gonna have to go take pictures.
yeah, we have them, like, in the other provinces. So here in Canada, the other reason why they have legitimized themselves is because they actually have
Have storefronts.
freaking storefronts here. And I was like, I've never heard of this. I've never lived in Mississauga or any of the places where they have it, though. But that just also adds a whole new layer. It's kind of like that's what Herbalife does to try to legitimize
That's what
themselves,
I was gonna
right?
say. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they were probably the first ones that did that and actually put up stores.
Wait, I think there might be one here in Houston. Ooh.
Yeah, look it up because, like, there was a lot around Canada, and I was like, "Dude, I didn't even know that they had a store, and they apparently have one in like, a few in every province." I was like, "That's crazy." So they probably are all over the states, and it's just, like, so under the radar, but then so out there at the same time.
Wow. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff on it. Well, anyway, okay, let's go ahead and,
Now that we flipped out over the storefronts,
yeah,
let's
because it's
watch
just
how
really
we
so
get
weird.
started.
Now we're going to listen to, what Linda has. I'm presuming this is Linda. Maybe I'm wrong, but whoever this is, I'm sure she'll introduce herself. So let's see what she has to say.
Hello. So my name is Linda Bradley, and I'm with
Wait,
Princess.
hang on, let me turn this up. Oh, that's like all the way. Let me turn it up on my system because I could barely hear the girl. All right. Let's try this again.
And I'm here today to tell you about all the benefits of joining our wonderful company. For those of you that don't know, Princess House has been in business since 1963, and we're one of the longest running direct sales business. With the internet today, you can work your business in so many different ways. You can do home parties, you can do book parties, you can do online parties and Facebook parties.
This is such a Hunbot.
What you can get with Princess House. A lot of people are trying to find a way to make extra money. Unfortunately, what you make at your full-time job doesn't always cut it. If you have children, they can get really expensive. The older they get, the more they cost. And as you do get older and think more towards retirement, you want to put money away. So Princess House is a nice little side hustle that you can add to your income, or you can do it as a part-time or full-time job. It's totally your decision. But this is what it takes to get started. So this is our starter kit.
Your decision, but you won't be successful unless you do it as a full-time job.
When you go and show other people, you're showing them the items that they're going to want. And we do a lot of cooking at our parties, and so we're giving you all the items you need to do that. So these are all the items that come in your kit. You are going to get our Dyson chopper, which is a great piece. It has all the different tools in it. You can shred cheese. You can do a dice, whatever size you want. So this is one of the items that does come in your kit. Also in our Fantasia.
That looks really old, that cheese grater and dicer.
These pieces all have the
can't get one of those from Walmart.
At the top. They're oven safe, microwave safe, dishwasher safe, refrigerator safe, and freezer safe. So you can actually vent them, take them right out of a freezer and vent them and put them in the microwave. All right. This is the 8x8 square. It also comes with a cutting board and then some of the tools that you're going to need for your healthy cooking shows.
I can get a bamboo one at the dollar store right now for $3. Just throwing that out there.
Because it goes up to 375 degrees and it won't warp or peel or burn. You also get the grab and go tongs. So they're like a fork on one side and a spatula on the other side.
I just got a set of tongs for like $11 off of Amazon.
Silicone. And then you're going to get the most popular size knife that we have. And this is the 8-inch chef's knife.
I guess we throw Cutco in there too then.
Right, yeah. So when you want to go cook at your parties and do some of our different recipes, we're going to also give you our 10-inch.
Does it come with the food or?
Glass lid.
I bet you got it for that. That's an expense.
It's nice and large, so you can do your meats and your eggs and all right in the same pan. Or for
probably
dinner,
have pre-approved recipes to use.
It's good for chicken cutlets, a nice big size. So this comes in your kit.
Can't get one of those anywhere.
The most special item of all is the Vita Sauna. So the Vita Sauna is unique to Princess House. And what's really cool about it, it's kind of like a pressure cooker inside of a regular traditional pie. And you can cook your meats, steak and fish and chicken with absolutely no oils or fats. So when you're trying to eat healthier, this is a great way to do it. It cooks your food 29% faster, and most importantly, it holds in 67% of the nutrients in your food.
What is this thing?
So this is the 4-quart size. So this is the kit that you get as a brand new consultant.
It's a pot that cooks?
It would cost you over $600.
I'm supposed to cook chicken in there?
But as a consultant, the very first
no, I'll use my crock pot.
And this kit will cost you just $199. What a great
it's more than they said.
Business. Now, You can also start with just a $75 deposit, and then the rest is just deducted from your first couple of shows. The most important thing
Oh, that's what they mean.
So again, my name is Linda Bradley. You can find me, Linda Bradley, at myprincesshouse.com. I've been in business this is my 35th year, and so I can help guide you. I can show you all the tools to help you be successful.
Oh,
and
no.
It's very exciting.
No. There's a 99-year-old woman that's been in it for 50 years.
Oh, good Lord.
Everybody wants them.
Yeah, no joke. She's the top hun.
We have great specials every month for customers, for hostesses, and
Well, Linda
for
is
consultants.
up there.
So this
She
is
has
a
to
great
be.
way to start
Oh, yeah,
your
she would
business.
be
What
too,
is
but
holding you back?
She's not the
What
top
have
hun.
you wasted
there's
money
like
on in the
5 of
past?
them that have
That's
been
not
in
gonna
it
pay
for
your
almost
dividend.
50 years.
Invest
So
for your
she's
future. And this
kind of
kit
the middle
is yours
top.
to keep.
It's
You never
crazy.
have to give it back. Now, to help you be successful, Princess House gives you little bribes, little specials, little offers to help you.
Right.
All right? So you
As
ready?
does every
The very
MLM.
first special, this is called our Bright Beginnings program.
I don't know if I would have called it a bribe in this video if I were her.
$1,500, you get an extra gift. Now, don't let that number scare you. An average party in Princess House is over $500. So that is only 3 parties in a month's time, not even 1 a week. All right? When you do that in your first 4 weeks of business, you're going to earn a special gift. And the gift that we have for you is our electric skillet. This is one of our most popular items because you can cook anywhere you have a cord.
That
Anywhere
thing's
you have
$259?
Good
You can
Lord.
use it for all different kinds of entertaining or cooking if you live in a
I mean, I'm just saying, you can go to Walmart, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Williams Sonoma, I mean, IKEA.
I pretty much got one of those at Walmart like 2 years ago, and it was, I believe it was like $40 tops with the tax. Does that exact same thing. And it's also like, it's actually non-stick with a glass lid. I hate steel cookware, by the way. For anyone that doesn't like cook with steel, I got a bunch of steel stuff from my grandma when she passed away. I love my grandma. I thank her for giving me all this stuff. But I hate cooking with steel cookware. And you need oil for it because it sticks.
Angel, I was wondering this too, if the addresses are just, consultants' homes. That's what I was wondering too.
No, I actually had a storefront. A real store in Mississauga. I was like,
you like saw the storefront. It wasn't just an address.
yeah,
You
no. I saw the storefront. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a real thing. There's a few more around. I'm just like, no. But you are right, though, Angel, by the way, because when I was with Sensi, they used to tell us to do that and put our like houses on Google Maps like it was a Sensi store. So you are 100% correct that for sure MLM Huns do that. And you know what? Some of the Princess House ones probably have also done that. But no, the ones here at least that I found were actual storefronts in like little tiny strip mall. I was like, oh no.
Well, yeah, because I looked on Google Map. This is somebody's house, the one that I found. And it's like.
Yeah, they probably also do that. That wouldn't surprise me because when I was with Sensi, they actually used to tell us to do that. They would be like, yeah, just put it up there. And now that I'm on YouTube, it actually horrifies me because like, it's just never a good idea when you're online to dox your location.
Exactly.
I'm just like, and this is what I mean. Like when I came on YouTube, I actually had no idea about any of that because I was in these companies that told me to do things like that. So like they didn't teach me how to be safe on the internet. They taught me the exact opposite. They said, put your address on Google Maps as a storefront while you're living there with your family. That's a smart idea. And put your real phone number on your Facebook so that consultants can call you, like things like, or customers can call you, like things like that. I would never ever tell someone to do today. And if
Right.
anyone ever told me that they were going to put their house on Google Maps, I would be like, do not do that. And it does. When I think of things like that, it actually horrifies me. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I did that with Beachbody too. Thankfully,
like-
I've moved multiple times since then, you know?
Yeah, like it's just not something you think about until like, and then when I came on YouTube, you know, I had some things happen to me that made me go, oh my God, I gotta hide information. But it just horrifies me. Just don't
Don't
do
do
that. People of the world, if there's any MLM people that ever watch this, take your addresses off of Google Maps, please. It's not a smart idea.
Let's continue with what Linda has to say.
I just want to say though,
Well,
she
partners
doesn't
is
seem
great.
like a
If you have
bad
butt
woman.
days, if you you know, have different people over, it's great for that as well. This is in the book for $2.59, and you will get it for free when you have $1,500 in your first 4 weeks. And oh, by the way,
If you do
you
get
will earn
$1,500.
$450 in cash for doing that. All right, that's your first month in business. All excited. Second month comes along. What's going to happen now? Let me see. Second month.
This is very scripted though.
You sell
yeah.
another $1,500.
We can
You're
tell.
gonna make another $450 in cash, and now you're going to get the 12-inch Vitasana to match this one. You know, the coolest thing about
Why would I
these
want
boxes
another one?
is you can use them at your shows or you can use them in your kitchen. They are yours. All right.
Oh my God, really?
And then in your third month in business, if you sell a total of $4,000 in sales, so you have to do 15 for this, 15 for that, that's 3,000. You actually only need to sell 1,000 in your last period, but do 15 because you get the extra money. And you introduce Princess House to one new person. Now let's see what they're going to give you.
I don't want to introduce it
We're going
anyway.
to get our induction unit, and what this is,
$400?
plug it in, and you can make a stove wherever you are. So this is great.
It's a hot
Again,
plate.
if you live in a small apartment, if you do any
Only
kind
the
of
Huns care
entertaining,
about this
you can
stuff.
actually take this to your shows and cook. This is valued at $399. So these 3 gifts that you're going to get in your first 3 months of business are valued at $989. The kit is valued at $660. And for selling those $1,500, you're going to earn $1,300. Is that right? $1,350. So in your first 3 months of Princess House, for a $199 investment, you can walk away with almost $3,000 in cash and products. Not a bad gig. So reach out to me.
If
you
you
can sign
can
up
get
directly
people to
on
buy
my site,
your Princess House bullshit.
www.princesshouse.com/LBradley. Make sure you see my face, all right? Because I want to help
That was
you.
cringe.
Or just call me directly or email me, lindabradley@myprincesshouse.com, and I will help you. That is my pleasure. So think about it. It's 2019. What are some of the dreams that you want to come true?
2019.
I have 35 years of dreams that have come true with Princess House, and one of my most favorite things is helping other people achieve them.
I'm
So
sure it is because you want to recruit more people.
Oh, in January, there's an extra bonus. Are you ready?
Oh,
Oh,
good.
no.
When you join in January and you
There's
say
more.
the first 2 parties, you're going to earn this as an extra gift. This is a 4-quart saucepan stock cut.
And what do you do if you have a really small kitchen?
Right?
Now all of a
This is
sudden you
not
got all
even in
this
the book.
crap.
It's a special.
Then you too bad.
So,
You better hope you have counter space.
see,
Okay, so that was
There's
the first
credits for this?
Yeah, we're doing that.
What the heck was the credits for? This video was written by, I'm going to do that at my next video, guys. I'm going to put credits at the end and it will just be like, the script was written by Beth Gibbons. This video was performed by Beth Gibbons. It was edited by Beth Gibbons. I feel like I'm just going to do that. What was that? But that's hilarious. Okay, so it sounds like the price went up because I'll admit that the info I found that said it might be 125 was from like a couple years ago. So maybe it either went up or that info was wrong, which is why I don't like only using one source. But also, like, I feel like all of this is crazily overpriced, which isn't surprising for an MLM.
Yeah.
but it's nothing like special or pretty about it. Because when I was looking up this company, okay, they were showing me some pretty dishes on their website. And it was all about these pretty dishes. And now I'm just seeing stainless steel pots and a regular looking portable stovetop.
Well, we can look at like, some of their products. We'll do that after we watch the videos. We can see what do they have that is so damn special. And I'm going to tell you right now,
Yeah, we
I'm
need to
looking
find out
at it.
something because I'm not running to the
It's,
website to purchase anything right now. I'll tell you that much.
I
Especially
got
for
a
$500.
I got a knife set that it has like a little sharpener thing, and I
Yeah.
got it off of Amazon, and I'd have to look it up at how much it costs. Works fantastic. The flatware that I got when we moved, Target. The dishes that I got, also Target, white glass,
Yes,
and they're
Target.
great. I mean, it's like, you don't need to go to Princess House to buy stuff for your kitchen.
No,
You know,
and that's like crazy expensive. Like I have one of those plug-in saucer things that she had. And she said it was like, what, $300? And I was like, dude, I bought mine for like $40. And it's actually like non-stick instead of steel.
okay, let's check out this next video, which is titled
They do
Secret
prey on the Latino.
Latino. Yeah.
So that's why.
Secrets of a Princess House business owner. And we can always look and see if there's any other videos that we want to look at because we can go to the Princess House YouTube channel too.
Yeah, when I
Okay.
hear Princess House, I do think of toys or something,
I
not
do.
kitchenware.
I think of like
That's weird.
a house, like a little playhouse for girls. That's what I think of.
Yeah, like not
I kind of
kitchenware.
call it a lightning strike.
Your family base.
If you would have told me that I would actually be doing something like this for a living, I would have never believed you.
She has totally grown as a person, a leader, a mother.
Maya, what do you like about mommy doing Princess House?
She gets to pick me up from school.
It was just began what I call like a metamorphosis. I mean, if I really think about the kind of person I was, it's just so different.
She's changed our life, and Princess House has changed our life.
There's no way, if it didn't happen the way it did, I would ever be standing here.
Oh, gosh.
Hi, my name is Angie Morris. Welcome to my home. I live in Rockledge, Florida, which is pretty close to Orlando, Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach area. This is Ken. This is my husband. He is my biggest supporter. He literally supports me in every aspect of Princess House. I would not be able to do this business without
Look
him.
at him. He looks like he's dead inside.
Business any way I can. We think of each other, as our business and as a team. And doesn't matter what I have to do, whether it's, stuff envelopes, make a pineapple upside down cake, or the miracle chicken, or run errands for stamps, anything to make this work.
We just work together on the whole thing to do whatever I have to do to make
Imagine
My
how
life
much-
savings are in this. It has to work.
I might be able to I could probably do the 27th if she can do that day. So this is my office. This is where the magic happens in the Princess House business. The small space produces so much. I have lots of memories in here and motivational
Move
things.
to a bigger
Behind
home.
me, you'll see a few of
But she
my
saw she
national
was like a
awards
beauty
that
queen.
I've been able to earn with Princess House. I think it's funny that you can work for Princess House and then they treat you like a
Or
queen.
do
Really.
you get a little
A lot of people
crown
ask
as a-
me, "Oh, you can
Wait
afford to
a
do
second,
this
okay,
business full
hold the
time
phone.
because
Hold up. As a
phone.
queen, I am very disappointed in those crowns.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe she was like, had been in beauty contest,
Which is very popular in the States. You don't see it as much here. Here, mainly, you see dance classes for little girls
but
more
now
so
I
than the
see these
beauty
crowns
pageant thing.
by the Princess House bullshit that's in there. So now when you join Princess House and you
No,
become
this is her bonus. She got
you
number 5
crown.
organizer.
But do you get a crown? Are these crowns Princess House crowns? Is my
Yes.
question.
Yes, it looks like
Holy
they send you a
crap.
crown. Look at
Holy
her. She's all
crap.
proud of it.
Hey, where's the other one? Okay, guys. I was like, yes, I went to college, but no, that doesn't count. Let's look at the fact that I have crowns from being
Like her Princess house.
My office. This is where the magic happens in the Princess House business. This small space.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to read what it says and I can't tell, but it's like, okay, these are all Princess House Huns that are
Yes.
dressed up like beauty pageant contestants. Is that
Yes.
what we're going with?
That is, we don't have to go with it. That's literally what it is.
Put a fork in me. I am so done.
I love this. I think this is the funniest thing. Here we
This is
were like,
hilarious.
but why is it called Princess House? Is it
They
because
don't
they
princesses.
claim that the consultants are just princesses that stay in the house to cook? Like, what is it that they're like, no, bitch, it's because we wear crowns, okay? We're like,
Thank you so
okay,
much.
sorry.
Oh my
I
God.
have lots of memories in here and motivational things. Behind me, you'll see a
University
few
degree.
Okay, so behind her we see a few of.
of my national awards that
Oh, those are her national awards that which include the crowns. Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
I've been able with Princess House. I think it's funny that you can work for Princess House and then they treat you like a queen. Really? A lot of people ask me, oh, you can afford to do this business full time, because they're perplexed even that the business, I guess, is going this well. And I tell them I replaced my teaching income working part-time with Princess House. When I decided to leave teaching,
Wow.
I was scared, of course, because that is a full-time salary position. You know how much you're going to make, but I replaced my teaching income and then I doubled it. I literally bring home twice what I made as a full-time plus hours teaching. So what you put into it's what you get out of it. If a person's thinking, oh, gosh, would this be a good time to come in? I mean, oh, the economy is wishy-washy. Well, the economy might be wishy-washy, but Princess House isn't.
The business has been an absolute blessing to our family. It couldn't have been come at a better time with children in school. It's peace of mind. It's just a blessing. The company is leaps and bounds more than what we ever thought it would be.
I
She was a
truly,
teacher.
in my heart, believe and know that there has never been a better time to come into Princess House. We have all the right things at the right time. It is 100% debt-free company. Honestly, not to give you the whole infomercial, but there's no quotas, there's no inventory, there's no delivery. You don't collect any money. It's a freedom business is what it is. This is one of my favorite things about
do collect
Princess House,
money.
my favorite times
I would hope.
of the day, because it allows me to do
I
this
just
with
give
my
everything
family,
away for
to
free.
play with my daughter when she wants to play dollhouse, and play with my son when he wants to play army men or lightsaber swords or whatever he is wanting to play. The flexibility that I can come in here and sit down, and my office is, just a couple steps away is.
I don't
a
like
blessing.
that. I like
How
to
many times
have a
have you
separate
probably heard
area.
Princess House since you've been a little boy?
Actually, I've seen, read, and heard the word about 999 million times.
What?
This is my Princess House ride, I guess you could call it.
Oh my
This is
God, they
one
have
of
car,
the
of
things
course.
that has Princess House has allowed us to purchase very recently.
Yeah!
Right now, I am on my way to pick up my kids from school. This is one of the things I absolutely love about the Princess House business, is that I am
You can stop saying
in
Princess House every time.
control of my schedules.
No wonder why
I-
your son was like, I've heard it 999 million
You
times.
would? What would you do if you did Princess House for a job?
I would take out the stainless steel
What
Why
would
are you
make?
indoctrinating your little
make-
girl?
chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. What about the brownies?
Oh, yeah.
Those are good, aren't they? The brownie sundaes.
Great
Yeah.
way to use
Princess
your
House
children
allows
to
me
promote your
to
MLM.
Give my
They're
kids the
pushed
opportunity that every parent wants for their kids. I get to provide
I
financial.
just never
enough,
told my
husband
daughter
and
that
I,
she would grow
enough
up to
for
be a
them
Senti
to
consultant.
try
Even
any
I was
sport or
like,
activity
even
that
if
they
I'm
wanna
doing
try.
this, you're going to be
We're very
better than
involved in our
me.
church as well. We don't have to work our life
You're
around
not
Princess
following
House.
my
I get to work
footsteps.
Princess House around my life.
I don't get that.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on a power walk. This is my good friend Rose, one of the many perks of the business. We can work out when we want. We can hang out when we want. We can do both at the same time.
Well, Angie is so awesome because even though she's not directly
You
my
scripted
upline,
your friend?
tips. And so when we walk, we just go over our shows, what's working, what's not working.
Is this how we walk now?
Princess House is that we're
All
in
right.
such a healthy.
And
What are
now-
we doing right now?
Imagine going on a walk with your friend. Okay, I'm thinking of my friend Kathy. She and I were teachers together. She's still a teacher. And we used to actually live in the same building downtown. I'm imagining Kathy and I going for a walk, going to go work out, going anywhere together because we went everywhere together, and it's talking about Princess House or throw in any MLM. To me, at that point, you have devalued your relationship. It's like, that is crazy. I don't want to go on a walk and talk about work. I want to just like be with my friend.
Okay, first of all, what kind of walk are they going on? This is not how they walk. I promise you they do not walk like robots in the middle of their road like that, first of all. So
It's
that
their
freaked me
power walk.
right out. I was like, are we doing a 4-video walk with our friend right now? And then we handed her a script and said, hey, I need to do a video for our business. So like, here's a script about how cool I am. Will you just memorize this? And then we're going to walk down the middle of our road while they record us. And then you're going to tell them how cool it is to be my friend, okay? And the girl was like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. And now here we are. It is the weirdest thing. I'm like, but why are we doing this? What was wrong with her just like showing us the family in the house?
And what's wrong with just like having a normal walk? Why do you have to incorporate the business, when you're walking? That's supposed to show you how much freedom you have, that you're so free when you're taking a walk with your friend. You have to yabber on about Princess House. That doesn't seem very freeing to me.
Well, it's because when your friends don't sign up, you ditch them. Then you get left with all your friends are the ones that all signed up under you in Princess House. So at that point, like, what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, this is.
But that is true, and that's what these things do. Is it's partially like their manipulation too, to bleed into every part of your life. Like even her kids. Like she's asking her daughter, like, oh, when you grow up to be a Princess House consultant.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't do that.
We are not out there competing and not wanting to share secrets. In fact, it's so opposite. As soon as we learn something or something works, we share it with each other, not just personally, but through email and phone calls. So if I had one piece of advice to give anybody, it would be, you absolutely don't let your fear get in front of your future. You have to try this. Yep. See you later. Bye.
Is that how people walk now? I don't move my arms like that. Am I weird?
So if I can get everybody's attention really quick, I want to kind of get the party started. I'm so glad all of you guys came tonight for the party. I know you could have been a lot of places, but I'm glad you chose to be here. I'm going to show you some products that'll be great for your life at all price ranges. We really do have something for everybody, something everyone can afford.
They do have wine there. Maybe it's olive oil. I don't know. Either way, someone better drink it.
That's where you meet everyone. That's where you change lives, whether it's through a miracle chicken dish, a meal that they didn't think they could make, offering the opportunity to people when they really didn't want to eat.
Wait, pause this for a second.
So guys, thank you so much for playing our game.
I just realized, like, imagine you invite your friends over for a party, right? And then they show up and they're like, all right, yeah, here to party. I brought the wine. And then you're like, okay, so for our party today, I'm going to teach you how to make a chicken dish. And you're like, well, why? Did you not like what I served you last weekend at my house for dinner? Like, what do you mean? Why are you teaching me how to cook now at a party?
I know. I have attended several different parties for MLM, over the years because I didn't know what MLM was. But now it's like, it's so transparent, is that because the expectation is if you go to any of these in-house party things is you got to buy something. It's almost like you're guilted into buying something, even if it's the cheapest thing. And that's why I don't like MLM altogether, but when you throw in the party ones, I especially don't like them because of that pressure of like, oh, I guess I need to buy something. Gotta show
So
my support.
my whole thing with this though is, are they doing a whole dinner party? Like, am I supposed to, let's say I sign up for this company, right? And I get my little crown, I guess. Is that because I had people over to my house and I
Well,
made them dinner, teaching them how to make dinner with this? And
when
then I feed them the food?
when I did Thermomix Vorwerk, which is out of Germany, and it's this great big huge contraption that is kind of like a pressure cooker. When I did my deep dive on that, you are required to use certain recipes that you use at these parties. And so you cook those recipes for the people. So that's what I am presuming, is that there's probably like pre-approved recipes that you're supposed to use. So you can't like make up your own. You've got to use theirs, and you've got to use probably certain ones. But I could be totally wrong.
And then I got to go to the grocery store
and get all of the
I
stuff.
gotta purchase all of this stuff. And I gotta feed all these people after I just went and purchased this kit for $200 is what you're telling me. And then every week I have to put on 3 of these dinner parties, full on cook dinner parties, which I cook all the time and I'm freaking exhausted. Could you imagine doing a dinner party 3 times a freaking week for a whole group of people? No, thank you.
And hoping that
I don't even want to cook 3 times a week for my own family some weeks. Okay, I'm tired. Like, I couldn't imagine having to do a dinner party with a full-on guest where I also have to show them me cooking the meal
and how
and then
easy it
feeding
is
them.
with a smile. And then
Yeah,
they have to taste it. So there's going to be somebody's going to be providing a lot of stuff to have one of these. Because I'm thinking you have to get the chicken. There's probably a certain spice that you have to use with it. It's probably a Princess House spice that you use, that you season it with. You know, so I mean, I mean, again, I think they probably have certain recipes that they're required, and so they may not have to have like a full-on dinner party, but just certain dishes that they prepare so people can be like, "Oh, it's so tasty! Yes, Sally Sue, let me have that crock pot." I'm just, making up shit.
Yeah, it's just so weird to me because it's like you're the one that has to buy all the ingredients, though.
Yes.
Like, then you would also have to ensure everyone at this thing has drinks. That would be on you too as the host, unless you talked one of them into bringing it.
Unless the hostess that is like going to provide the wine or something, you might say like, well, people need to relax. So you might want to get a couple of bottles of wine. I'm going to bring chicken and this and that. Make sure you have enough plates for blah, blah, blah. Or you bring your own damn plates. I don't know. But I mean, it could go either way, depending on how long you've been a hun. If you've been a hun for a long time, you're going to have so much Princess House stuff that you can just basically move in and redo the kitchen of whoever house you're having this party at.
It's like, I'm taking over this. Yeah, no, because I'm like trying to think of like a consultant. If they were doing the parties at their house, they have to pay. If you're a host, then you would have to pay for food. And it's a lot of money extra besides what you normally have to buy. You know what I like? It's extra expensive, I feel like.
Game and coming back in the living room and helping me get restarted. I love when people come.
Okay, wait just a second, because there were some spices on the table. And that's where I go, okay, watch. Alexa, stop.
Apparently, when you go, they thought you said Alexa.
Guys, thank you so much for playing our game and coming back in the living room.
Okay,
those did look like Princess House ones, yeah.
You see the spices? That's got to be Princess House spices, and then you use that for your chicken or your fondue or whatever the heck you're making.
And helping me get restarted. I love when people come because I feel like that if I can book them, Princess House will book them. I know that. I know once they're there, you cannot leave the party the same way you came in for your life. So a lot of you are familiar with our stainless steel cookware. A lot of you have it. I'm going to pass around our most popular item, the stainless steel griddle. one of the things I love about the party is that I like to tell hostesses or people thinking about hosting the show, you know, for a
probably gotta
couple
buy
hours
all
out of
those
your life, you
catalogs
get
to hand
products
out.
that last the rest of your life. And I feel like that's very true. However, if people are there and they're actually interested in the opportunity, even if they didn't think they were, they may be there for an hour or two, and that 1 hour can change their life literally forever.
When I first met Angie, and to the point from that day to where she is today, is just a world of difference. Now she's very
Look, it's her
self-confident.
upline.
Has a lot of
Wait, look at the pen. It's a diamond. Look at that.
I'm a diamond. I'm a triple dog dare, ruby, elite, crystal,
Backflip.
triple diamond.
Pikachu diamond.
I'm a Pikachu diamond. Yes.
conviction. She's very passionate about what she's doing.
I feel like I could walk into a room with anybody, anywhere, and I'm so
Please
gratified
don't walk into my room.
with who I am. I mean, that a lot has to do with my faith as well.
Oh,
I say
gosh,
it was a
of course
lightning
it
strike
does.
because truly, it really was like a lightning
You
strike.
go
I
again
cannot
with
imagine doing anything else.
manipulation.
It's so gratifying and still be able to do everything in my life that's important to me and putting God
Then
first,
we
my
pray.
family first, and then
Right.
Princess House gets to come second. Although it's such a huge deal in my life, it produces all these things. It helps me do all these things. And the company, I mean, there's no company like Princess House.
Thank you, Princess House.
Why are your kids thanking? Oh, Lord. Don't even answer. Just
Oh,
never
by the
mind,
Princess House
lady.
car.
Never
Oh.
mind, lady.
Oh, that's just, that was a
That was
whole,
really cringe. It was so scripted. And like the kids were coached. You could just tell.
everything was coached.
Like I don't even coach my kid. She did a whole YouTube video by herself today. She stole my phone, and when I found her, she was giggling in her room with my phone, and I like grabbed the phone from her. This thing was half uploaded on my YouTube.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
And I was like, what the? So I had to like go and pause it, make sure that the settings, I was like, whatever, we'll put it up. It's cute. But I had to like watch it first and make sure, like, what are you uploading? But like, I've never in my life even coached her for like a video that like we're in together. Even when I was in an MLM, by the way, I never coached my kid. Like I would just be like, do you like this? And she would just be like, yeah, I love my stuffy. I have no clue. It's from Scentsy and it's a buddy. Yay. And then I would just use that. I think it's so weird when parents are like, okay, this is what you need to say now.
Well, we can see on their YouTube channel for like 10, 12 years
It looks
ago.
gross. I don't want to cook
Start
that.
seeing the Spanish influence here. That's, they're going after that. And this 50th anniversary Mediterranean cruise. I mean, why do I think those are super cringy? I really wish I could find one of their conferences because I really want to see
Yeah.
what that looks like.
I'm
just kinda-
sorry, but this food does not look like Chef Ramsay's food or anything, okay? What is this?
I'm just scrolling through here, seeing, but I can see definitely they are going after the Latinos.
Yeah, no, it's apparently 60% of the company is Latino. And I found that in a few different places, and they're known to prey on the Latinos. And as someone pointed out in the chat too, a lot of their recipes are like Latino
based.
Yeah, like there's a reason. It's because most of them are Latino, which I always find it extra gross when they prey on a specific culture or race, obviously. But what's kind of gross to me though, and I'll bring it up again, is that when you do go and look at everything for this company and all of their marketing, most of it's white people.
Yeah. Oh, here's Tres Leches, Spanish flan. And I'm sure there's a better Tres Leches. Paella.
I don't think these look good. I'm sorry. These look like the fake food, when they do like fake food for magazines.
Oh my gosh, even Peruvian green tamales. I'll have to tell my friend Debbie, the Peruvian. That's how I always describe Debbie, the Peruvian. She's one of my best friends.
Tell her to make them and then let us know if they even live up to the standard.
Debbie is a fantastic cook.
That's what I mean. Tell her to cook them, use their recipe, and I bet you she has a way better recipe, but then we will know if their recipes are decent. She'll be able to tell us, yes, this is what it should taste like, or this is not
Now,
anywhere near how I would have cooked this.
I have a big problem that they have all these tamale recipes because I don't know if you know anybody, who's Mexican that makes tamales, because there's nothing better than homemade tamales. And I have a feeling that somebody that or somebody that somebody works with and their wife makes tamales and you can buy them at Christmas or whatever, those are going to be 10,000% better than any of these because they're going to be authentic.
Yeah, no, we do. We have some friends that actually make them. They're always way better. That's the only time I have them because I can't make them. Because again, I'm not of that culture and that they make them the best.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, I'm never gonna be able to make them like how they make them. It's the truth. But damn, can I ever make some really good white girl rice?
Growing up, my stepfather used to get tamales and bring them home from somebody that that was at the golf course. I can't remember the story or anything, but I was always so excited to get those tamales because they were so good. So
Like,
good.
I don't even know, like, scrambled eggs with asparagus. Okay. Cinnamon rolls look gross. I don't like that. Berry French toast. Okay, now you coming at my people. What is
Well, I mean,
that?
honestly, I don't think these recipes look bad. Like the way the food is, it's like, it doesn't look bad. But I'm just
I
thinking,
feel like they look very commercialized, if you want me to be honest. They remind me of the fake burgers that they use to make the McDonald's commercials.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's what
I
it
would guess
reminds
so.
me of. It's very commercialized, which is whatever, but you would think that they would use, like, it wouldn't look like such magazine stuff if their point is that you can cook this in your kitchen on your own, I guess. You'll be lucky to make $66 in this thing. Because they just apparently send you pots.
Okay, so here's all the differences. So there's flatware, there's cutlery. I guess this is kind of like the Tupperware stuff. There's,
Okay.
electronics stuff for the pantry. This is also Tupperware stuff. And then your pots and pans. What do you want me to look at so we can see at some of these prices?
Let's look at the pots and pans because I feel like that is their, like, main selling area.
Oh my
They're
God.
really about their, like, pots and pans for some reason. Like, every time I looked them up, they were all about their pots and pans, and then they have some, like, fancy
This is
plates.
expensive.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
gravy.
Yeah,
Wow.
you can get all of this stuff at Walmart or Target, by the way,
Yeah.
for a quarter of
Don't
the
need
price, half of the price for some of it, but I've never in my life had to pay, like, $300 for
nonstick stuff. Oh my gosh, the electric $359.95.
like, I
Like
have one of those. It was,
$100.
like I said, I think it was, like, $40 with the tax, maybe $50. We got it at Walmart. You can get one. Very
I
similar.
have a bunch of stuff from Calphalon, which I love Calphalon, and then I don't know what happened. I got rid of it because I moved or something. I think I had got that stuff with my first husband, and I think when we broke up, I just got rid of like anything that reminded me of him. But I mean, I
That makes
can't
sense.
imagine going, okay, you know what? I need a 3-quart, pot, and I'm going to spend $150. I could get an entire set for $150.
You actually can, and it will come with at least 3 or 4 different sizes. So,
I
I
mean,
don't know
this
what
is
this is. It's really ridiculous.
And if I
Um,
wanted to get like a new set of, non-stick and get really nice with, I'd get Calphalon again because that stuff is amazing.
Now, I want to look more into the manufacturing of this, which I don't think we'll have time to
I
do that
saw some
tonight.
complaints about the non-stick stuff like coming off and everything.
Well, it's not so much about that. I want to look into if they are claiming that all of this is like handmade stuff. Because you know how they did the glass blowing,
Yeah.
and they were also known at the beginning for using crystals. And the crystal had lead in it that they were using, because back in the day it did. So then they switched over to like this stainless steel and whatnot. But I'm wondering if that's why they think they can charge so much.
And yes, there was something in the 90s about Teflon and it being harmful to people's health. I remember something about that.
Yeah, that's about the time it would have been that they switched over. So they were a part of that
Yeah.
whole thing. They used to make a lot of their stuff with that. And then there was some controversy over whether or not that was safe or whatever. So they just switched it over. But now I'm wondering, of course, about what's in their stuff now. And then also, because it looked like on some places I was looking, like they almost said that they were like blowing the glass for their products.
Oh my God, kitchen shears for $44. I have 2 kitchen shears right now.
I got mine at like
I
friggin'
got mine
probably
off of-
also Walmart for like $4 or something. Like,
I got mine from Amazon, and probably both of them were $12 or something. And it's
yeah,
like they're
they're
doing
cheap.
just fine, just fine.
How much is their silverware? See
Oh,
this
look,
stuff. Okay, so this is the stuff that they put up
the
whenever
glass
they
one.
want to put pretty stuff up. Remember I
Yeah,
told you that they have like the
it's
pretty
not that
glass?
pretty.
Well, I don't think it's pretty, but they said it was pretty. So a lot of this is apparently glass, by the way.
It looks
And
like glass. Yeah.
yeah, and they claimed in a few places that this was like their homemade glass, if you will.
Durable borosilicate glass container.
Yeah, apparently they made that material or whatever, and that's why I think they say that it can be so expensive. Because remember, Charlie there has a
Yeah.
long history of making the metals and the materials. He's done copper, silver, bronze. He's done them all. Now glass. And he started this thing. And you apparently at the very beginning they were doing like hand blown glass stuff and all that. So now let's check out this. Oh my god.
It's not that special. You can, I mean, first of all, I don't even like this design, but if you
Okay, this
did,
isn't real silver though, is it?
um,
You better be giving me like real
stainless
silver.
steel. Stainless steel.
Okay, no. If you're gonna make me pay $200 for this, you better be giving me some real silver, because I got real silver that didn't cost me that much.
I have real silver that was my great grandma's.
Yeah, I've had some passed down to me, but then I've also like bought some, and it was nowhere near this. I don't understand this pricing. Imagine being like, I need cutlery. I need a 20-piece set of cutlery or a 12-piece set. I'm going to pay $200. Like, my friend would be like, why? I'll take you down to freaking Sears. You can get real silver there. You'll be paying $50, $60 for a whole set. Why are you buying them for $200?
There's party specials.
Yeah, because you have to get a little bit off for the party, and then remember the consultant gets a special
You earn credits.
Yeah, but then they also get some special freaking gift.
Yeah.
Which these companies are always like, you make so much money with us, but then their bonuses are usually just them sending you an extra product. And you're like, gee, thanks. Or one time I had ItWorks tell me that I won a $120 bonus, okay? I needed that $100. I wanted that $100. And instead they put it in my eSuite and told me that I had to use it up in one shot and buy products with it.
Oh, goodness.
And I had to use all of it at the same time, because if I only bought like $80 worth, then the other 40 would have gone missing and just poof, disappeared.
Oh, look, they even have some protein shake stuff.
Oh God, why am I not surprised? But I am surprised at the same time.
Oh my gosh, this entertainment set even on sale is $99. You can keep that.
That better be like some major crystal.
This just all seems very overpriced.
This is more overpriced than the Tupperware. Like Tupperware is cheaper than this place, and they're even overpriced for their stuff. You can also get that stuff all at Walmart.
Right?
Yeah, but like I thought they were expensive. This place is like ridiculous for this stuff.
Imagine how much it is to get all of this stuff. Let me see. Can I enlarge it?
Lord, my whole thing is like, I don't understand like how this has gone on for so many years since 1963 and isn't being blasted everywhere.
I know.
Like, that's what's flooring me. And all I can think of is that Miss Tang and her connections to the DSA. But even then, I'm like, but she was only around for a chunk of this. Like, Collis had to have had some, like, connections or something.
I want to, oh my gosh, I would love to be a fly on the wall at one of these parties. Okay, this thing right here looks a lot like the Thermomix thing that I was talking about. I mean, you can get air fryers and everything. Again, just go to Walmart, just go to Target.
Yeah.
You can find them. You don't need no damn Princess House anything, at all. Goodness. Okay, let me see. I didn't look on Facebook for them. I think maybe I tried to and I couldn't find them. Are they all like kind of on the down low?
Yeah.
This house.
Yeah, Teflon.
Right, okay.
It's kind of the same as how they used to put lead in paint before they realized that that wasn't good. There was a time when we couldn't really test the like products. What are in them? Are they safe? And so once we got the technology to do so in the 90s, and they tested them and realized, because people were getting sick from these things for a while, but they never really connected it. So then when they did test it and they found out like the lead's harmful in paint, Teflon has a lot of really bad stuff in it to be used in silverware and cutleries and whatnot. And
look at how many people follow this. 336,631 people follow Princess House.
Yeah, because like I said, here in Canada, apparently they have storefronts, so they seem like a legitimized business, and apparently not a lot of people are aware that it's an actual MLM. They don't call themselves MLMs or an MLM hunt, I've noticed. They don't like to use the word consultant. They've taken out all of the usual MLM speak, and they talk like they are a direct selling company, which is also a thing, by the way. For example, True Green Lawn Care. They don't make you have a downline. They have storefronts. I worked for them, sold lawn care, door to door and on the phone. Like, that's a direct sales company. So they're kind of acting like that. And then it's almost like even if you sign on, you don't really know that you're building an upline and downline and whatnot. Like,
Well, see,
you're just told that you're putting on parties and that you're helping other women put on parties.
and
Like, I'd
that's
be
the thing,
surprised even if all of them realized they were in an MLM.
we could not find out the compensation plan. I think you said you found something with one source. I was looking around, and they don't have a published compensation plan. So that makes me very curious, and also, a little, well, okay, a lot side eyeing, because it's like, why are you so secretive about that? What is the deal? But I wanted to look at a little bit of the stuff that was on Truth and
I'm gonna see if I
Advertising.
can find the link where I found the plan. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find it again.
Where is it? Okay.
Cause yeah, I did find something on it, but
Okay, back in 2017, if you didn't know, Truth in Advertising did a lot of kind of like digging into a number of MLMs for, false income claims. And Princess House is right here. And we can look at a couple of these. There was a Princess House Facebook vacation. There is a video. Whoa. Are y'all seeing this, or are you not seeing it? Because I clicked on it, so it opened up in a different window. Damn it.
we are.
Yeah,
is
you're
it
not. Okay. Hang on. Let me get it. Damn it. Damn it, Janet. Here it is. Okay.
Estoy muy contenta de tener a mi esposa aquí conmigo.
Gracias, Princess House, por darle la oportunidad a mi mamá. Estoy bien orgullosa de ella.
Atlantis has been one of our dream vacations, and it is finally becoming reality.
Yo estoy muy emocionado porque mi esposa se ganó este viaje y espero que se gane muchos más para estar siempre con Princess House, en compañía de toda la gente. Gracias, Princess House.
Well, actually, my mom, she's been sewing for like 14 years, and after seeing her travel, from one place to another, and I was
no.
So here I am. I love Princess House, and I love it.
Yeah, so if you click on the link I just sent you in the private and you scroll down, they have a picture that they claim is it. But you'll see it's not actually one. This is so creepy. Why is this like one of the creepiest things I've ever seen in my life? That was so creepy with all the money in their hands and the hugging. But yeah, I just sent you a link. The MLM Legal. They do like the.
Yeah, I looked at that really quickly.
Okay, if you scroll down, there's that purple infographic, and it has a bunch of numbers on it, and it has little small print. They claim that that's their income. like post or whatever. That's what they claim it is. That infographic is the one that they apparently use whenever they're talking about income, I guess. But as you can see, it's not an actual one, right? Like it's not, that.
Yeah.
That's what they claim is their income disclosure. And as you can see, it has like this little infographic. It has like the little tiny print at the bottom, but that does not count. Like this doesn't actually tell us, but that is apparently what the company uses.
Okay,
to
well,
be
let's
like,
read
this is our
through this.
income.
Discussion of opportunity. Representatives have the opportunity to earn free product, receive free training and support, and have their own free personalized website. Big deal, like every other MLM.
Yeah.
The company offers the following 6 reasons to join: extra money, view our income chart, oh boy, to see how easily you can earn the money you want, flexible schedule, you choose when to work, see which type of consultant best suits your needs. Easy to start with a minimal investment, said every MLM. You'll receive a starter kit worth $585, over $585 to start your business.
Knew it was $585.
Superior quality products. That's not what all of the complaints say. You'll be proud to sell our top quality cookware, dinnerware, entertaining products, and all natural specialty foods. And you'll love our consultant discount, satisfaction guarantee, and more. Fantastic rewards which we don't tell you about anywhere and we don't disclose publicly. You'll be motivated to earn lots of rewards like luxury vacations, which we are not going to tell you about how you earn those, free products and business supplies, national awards, and more. Oh, the national awards, those damn crowns. A company that cares. Of course you do. Our support of the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement will make you proud to represent a company that's passionate about women's issues. I hate it when they do that.
Yep.
Princess House offers the following income potential.
Yes. Now see, they are right to call it income potential. But as you read above, the company calls this their income chart. So they post up this chart like this is our income, like claim this is the thing that we're supposed to be posting, but it's actually not. Like that's the funny part. And every time that I can find people posting up how much they make, they post up this infographic. And I'm like, that's not what you're supposed to be posting.
And this goes back to that whole little sliding thing that I did that, online that they have.
Yeah. And then, and it just says like, consultants earn 125 star or more per party on average. So they seem to think that because they have that in there, that's their income.
And this is based on a party with an average of $500 in sales, which this is not a representative of what you may or will earn. Actual earnings will differ from person to person, depending on individual efforts and skill, customer base, and time devoted to the business. Earnings in 1 month include bonuses.
See, so they're giving the disclaimer there, like you would have to if this was a real income chart, right? But then as you pointed out, it's not actually their income chart. It's just their earnings, potential earnings.
Earnings.
Yeah. So do you see what they did there? And then they like trick their consultants with this. So instead of letting out an income, which by the way, it's illegal for them to not release a public income chart every 2 years, I believe it is that they have to do it. So they've been breaking that law for 50 years. That's great. But that's not what it would be, right? They have to actually show us how many consultants on each rank and how much those people made. But they're trying to scave by like this is their actual income. And I just found that really interesting.
I find it very disturbing that
they seem to think that small print right? They're like, oh, well, we put the small print there that we would have to put on the income claim. So it should be considered the same thing. And it's like, no, that's not how this works.
No, it's not. Now let me look and see some of the, this is real tiny.
Because I found even a couple of the people like posting, like, I made this much money at a party. And then they post this under it. And I'm like, that's not the income thing that you're supposed to be posting. But okay, sis, you go off.
Okay, so this is from 2015, but this is all from Truth in Advertising. So I'm going to share this where you can see an example. And unfortunately, every single time I click on one of these Truth in Advertising things, it takes me to a different tab, and you don't see it unless I change it. So friends and family, it doesn't matter where you live. With your permission, I'd like to post Princess House on your wall. You may not be interested in our products, but perhaps someone you know would like the opportunity to discover our amazing products, maybe even earn a side income of $600 a month for 4 nights a month and 3 to 4 hours per night. Please and thank you. So that is definitely, they should not be saying anything. Oops. Anything like that.
No. And then as you see here, if they do make one of these claims, by the way, because technically by law, you are allowed to say, like, I have made this much at a party, but then you have to attach a disclosure that basically says what that small print just said that we read, plus you're supposed to attach the actual income chart.
Yeah, the income disclosure.
Yeah, that's how you get away with doing the so-called illegal income claims. That's the loophole. The loophole is you can technically make an illegal income claim if you, in your own writing after it, let them know that it's only based on you, and then also attach the income disclosure chart to it.
So here's another example of one. Has everyone looking for an extra income? Princess House is the way to go. You can get free linen, have your own hours, and easy to get $100 to $500 or more inbox if you want more info. So yeah.
See, and again, if she put stars and then said, these earnings are just my own and does not represent what you could make in this company, and then attach the income disclosure to it, it would be okay. But she did not do that. Therefore, it's an illegal income claim. And they don't actually have an income disclosure, like we said. It's just that pretty little infographic that is not one. So even if she attached that, which a couple of them have done, a couple of them have like technically followed the rules, but then, like I said, they just attach that infographic and not an actual disclosure. And I'm like, no, that's not the same thing. You're still breaking the law with this. Stop it.
Oh, it's okay. They operate in the United States, Canada, and Australia, according to the DSA. Looking them up there.
Apparently, they also operate in a couple more places too, like Spain. Like apparently, they've gone there.
Oh. I just think it's important for us every now and then to be able to highlight some of these MLMs that people don't know about. I mean, it's one thing to talk about It Works, LuLaRoe, Beachbody, even Melaleuca, Amway, but it's these ones that you don't really hear about that I think it's important to bring them to the forefront, because people need to know that there's just more out there. I mean, I've done ones that, did, sanitary napkins. I've done funeral insurance. It's just like
the water one was great.
Yeah. The Nagic. And there's just so many. And unfortunately, within the world of anti-MLM, it's like, if you're not doing the ones that are super popular, people just kind of like, they just go pass right on by. But you really need to be able to look at all these different ones, because I think it shows you the breadth and the depth of.
Not only that, but I think that it's important for us to shine a light on the ones that aren't known. Like, I cannot believe that I only found out about this MLM 2 days ago, and it's been going since 1963, and there's actual storefronts in my province. Like,
Yeah.
that's insane. Why wouldn't I know that it exists? I've been an advocate for like 4 years. How have I not heard of this? You know? And I have the freaking MLM list downloaded on my computer and still somehow never had this one pop out at me to look into.
Okay, I'm trying to see. Oh, let's see. Is there anything else? No, this was just straight from the website. Same stuff.
Yeah, and by the way, their website isn't like anything spectacular
It's
either.
not. It's
Which,
not.
you know, I'm always looking at the tech of things like, And I expected it to be a lot better. I was a little disappointed because I was like, this company's been around for a long time. They should have an amazing website.
They
It reminded
don't.
me of Sensi, which is a hell. God, I hated being with Sensi and having to try to like navigate that website. House.
If you didn't hear earlier, the FTC is going to have a public meeting on February 17th. Here's the title. This is from the press release, and I'm going to put a link to the press release. Within this meeting, there's an opportunity for the public to speak out. And one of the things that is in the meeting, and I will read, let me just go ahead and share my screen instead of I'm maybe just posting everything, and I will post like the other thing that I'm planning on talking about. Give me just a second here. Okay. All right. Speaker registration and public comment submission form for February 17th, 2022. Oh, wait. Am I already on the form? I'm on the form. That's not what I wanted to do, but you guys are going to need this link. And I think I gave that to you. Hang on a second. Let me go back. Okay.
There we go.
All right. This is what I want you to notice. Okay. So the second two things that they're going to be talking about, and one of them is advance notice of proposed rulemaking concerning earnings claims. Staff will provide a presentation and the commission will vote on an advance notice of proposed rulemaking to address deceptive earnings claims for business ventures, gig or other work opportunities, or educational coaching or training offerings. So this is, they're kind of like lumping multi-level marketing into all of this. And down here, it tells you at the start of the meeting, Chair Khan will offer brief remarks and will then invite members of the public to share feedback on the commission's work generally and bring relevant matters to the commission's attention. Members of the public must sign up for the opportunity to address the commission virtually at the February 17th event. Each commenter will be given 2 minutes to share their comments. Anyone who cannot participate during the event may submit written comments or a link to a pre-recorded video through this web form, and I'll put that in there if I didn't already. Speaker registration and comment submission will be available through Tuesday, February 15th, 2022 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And here is the web form if I did not put that there. If I did, well, I'm doing it twice. And I want to encourage everyone to publicly comment about it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share on my community tab what I am going to say. I'm going to do a pre-recorded one. That way it's just going to be my voice, but you can take whatever I'm saying and kind of like weave in your own story. I talked to Doug Brooks, and Doug kind of looked over, and he's an attorney who has fought against deceptive businesses, against MLMs. And, you know, I showed it to him. He was like, yeah, that's good. So I'm like, okay, because you have to be short, concise, and to the point. And I'll share that with you. I'll share that in the group of It's a Scam. If you're not a member of It's a Scam on Facebook, that's the group where we are collecting information about OnPassive.
Do we leave the link to that too?
Do what?
I guess we should leave the link to that too, huh?
That's what I'm getting right now.
Okay.
If you're not a member of It's a Scam, you can join, and I'm going to post there also what I am going to record, which hopefully I'll be able to do that tomorrow. So I want to encourage people to please speak out against this, because people do not have enough information. If MLMs have to actually give income disclosures out, plus the number of people that leave the so-called opportunity each year, and give people kind of like that cooling off period, at least like 7 days before they sign anything, and they are able to look at some facts and figures, that's at least a step in the right direction. It may not be what we truly want, which is basically stop this type of business. At least that's my overall goal, is I don't think this kind of business should be allowed to exist, because it's preying on people, and it's financially harming people. It's, psychologically harming people. It's like all the ways harming people. I think
It's a cult.
But that's just, trying to shut down an entire industry like that. I don't think that we can wiggle our nose and make that happen until
One step at a time, right?
Yeah, just one step, one tiny step towards bringing more attention and making the companies be accountable for what they're really offering or really not offering. So I do want to encourage you guys to do that. Now, tomorrow, Doug Brooks and Dr. William Keep, they're going to be a guest on my channel, and we are going to talk to them about non-disparagement clauses. And I'm going to also bring it back to the non-disclosure statement that you sign when you join on passive, because I think that's important too, because these things are ways that these companies try to silence their victims so that people are not speaking out, and people do need to tell their stories and their experiences and the losses that they have gone through. Whew, that was a lot. Okay.
I also want to add in that I found out that about 40% of the It Works consultants leave within the first month of signing up. If I had known that information before I joined It Works, I probably wouldn't have thought that it was as successful of a company. I feel like that information and people actually hearing how many people leave, since they've actually done studies, the FTC, and I believe that with all of the MLMs, it's something like 50% leave. Is it within the first 6 months or first year?
It's definitely the first year.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was one of them. So basically, I feel like those stats need to be out in order for it to be an honest, ethical way of signing people up. Because right now, in even their income disclosures, they do not say how many people left. And they are still able to manipulate those disclosures to make it look like people are making money, because they don't have to put in certain information. And a lot of people that sign up for MLMs do so on an impulse, which is why that 7 days would be super duper important. And this is basically a really good step in the right direction with the FTC. And it will allow us also to be able to crack down on them a bit harder in future when they do illegal income claims and don't provide all of this information. So we do really want to go and speak about this and push them to force the MLMs to do that, because it is true, like Alonda said, I don't know if we can all go shut down all of the MLMs and the whole industry right now, but what we can do is we can regulate more, report them, and then, keep working towards that. And then hopefully eventually one day they will no longer be legal.
I think it's the voice from Main Street. Those of us who have been in MLM, those of us who have become content creators, and bringing on guests and continuing to talk about this, we are beginning to become a loud voice that's becoming a kind of a small little roar that I feel will get louder and louder and louder. I think the grassroots effort is what is really putting pressure on these companies more
Mhm.
than ever before. And, Robert Fitzpatrick has talked about that. So has Doug talked about that with me, is that they've never before seen this many people speaking out about multi-level marketing. And that's exactly what we need. And I can guarantee you, it makes them nervous. Now they have a lot of money behind them and a lot of lawyers and a lot of this and a lot of that. But we also have a very loud voice collectively.
And we have
That's
more
so
influence in a lot of ways
do
with
what?
the public. I feel like we can also take over the influence with the public. I mean, right now in our world, people look up to influencers more
Yeah.
than they look up to business people. And if we just keep going, and we get several influencers are out here talking about it too, and we are all loud with our voices as survivors of them, that can reach way more people. And then eventually the pressure will be on.
Absolutely. And I mean, and that's really what's going to have to happen, is that we are going to have to continue speaking out for as much as possible and in many ways as we possibly can. That's why I'm glad that there's creators on every platform talking about this,
Yeah.
because
There can never be too many.
think about this. If you've been watching us with On Passive, and a few nights ago we looked at one of Marty's videos, and he said some stuff. He called us bimbos. Oh, those bimbos. It's like they resort to name calling of that. Now, we may call them scammers because we full on believe that they are scamming, and based on all the evidence that we have, it is a scam. But we don't call them like names, even though we say Bill Must.
I call them a moron sometimes, I'll admit it, but that's because they're doing moronic scams.
Well, that's the whole thing. Their actions, it's like we look at what are their actions, and their actions are unethical, they're janky, they're false, they're lying to people, and they're not behaving in a way that, if you're going to offer an opportunity for someone, you should not be deceptive, and they are deceptive.
And I think that's the most angering thing to most of us, is the deception. If they were, well, no, actually, that's not true. I was about to say if they were honest about what they were, then maybe it wouldn't be as bad. But then I flashed back in my mind to Tim Bentley sitting there going, well, this is a Ponzi scheme right now. And I was like, yeah, no, I was not happier that day.
Yeah.
That didn't change anything. Never mind. I'll just eat my words right now. Just forget what I just said.
But it's from like Marty saying something about us, and then one of them, I think Chris Johnson, somebody else said something else about watching videos, and it might have been Marty, it might have been Mike, and one of them, and I'm like, okay, we are getting under their skin. I believe.
Oh, yes, we are.
We're getting under their skin, that we keep talking about on Passive.
And I know I don't usually like to get under people's skin ever. It's not something I enjoy. I do not like annoying people or bothering people or anything like that. But when it comes to a scam like this and calling something like this out, I will sit here and I will poke you and poke you and poke you and poke you until you shut down your scam.
Agreed. I mean,
and I will not feel bad about it. I'll talk about you and your scam every single day, and in hopes that I can save at least one victim from it. My grandma was in social work before she passed away. She actually is the woman that opened homes for people with disabilities here in Canada. And she always told me that if you can just help one person, it's a domino effect. And you've helped all their friends, all their families. Then you've also helped all those people's friends and all those people's families. So if we could just save like a handful of people, even from like Zeus's bounty or on Passive, that's worth it to me. That's worth 500 hours of content.
I just had to share this with you because this was just posted and it's a scam. And I find it to be so cringy, and yet
did they make this?
Tim Johnson did. He's got his little name up here. Tim Johnson.
I
Enjoy
feel
the
like
ride.
this was like a Billy meme.
I
This is
thought it
something
was.
Billy would have made us.
But no, this is from Tim Johnson. And it's like, enjoy the ride. I think, is that Michael back there? And, it's like just,
Marty.
I mean, oh my gosh. Somebody took the time to make it look like they were on a roller coaster.
And it's quite the ride, by the way.
It is quite the ride. I mean, it's a ride that I think everybody should get off of, I mean, but not me.
On the highway to hell.
So tomorrow, again, Attorney Doug Brooks will be here, and marketing professor Dr. William Keep will be here, and they were both on the steering committee for the conference, Multi-Level Marketing, the Consumer Protection Challenge. They've both fought against this type of opportunity for many, many years, and longer
Yes,
than
they are
Beth and I
basically the people that paved the way for us,
And
along
we'll be
with
talking
Fitzpatrick and Hassan.
non-disparagement clauses, and we're going to dovetail that into non-disclosure statements, especially since I have the one, and Beth and I read the NDA out loud on the channel. And so it's like, really, what does all of this mean? How do you protect yourself? How do you speak out about these things if you've been harmed, or you have a loved one or someone that that has been harmed by them, or they're a victim of it? How do you do that safely? That's what overall topic is going to be about. And I hope you will be here for that, because I think it will be really interesting. And I think you'll enjoy hearing from both Bill and Doug, because they're really super, super great guys. And I'm very grateful for, having them come on. And anytime I bug them about if I have a question about something.
Oh, yes. And that's the other thing. Please think of questions if you guys have any questions about those topics. Because Alana has some questions for them, but then I'm sure at the end they'll want to answer questions from anyone in the comments. So just if you guys have any questions, just think of them. It'd be a good time to be like, how would I go about saying this? Or,
And it will be tomorrow at 2:00 Central Time. I sent them the questions that I'm going to ask, just so that they would know and be prepared with that. But definitely, if you have some questions and you're wondering something, we want it to be able to be interactive and for them to be able to engage with you guys. Now, Bill taught a course on Ponzi and pyramid schemes in the fall. It's probably somewhere in one of my emails. He sent me the reading list and everything. And if I need to get that again, I can ask him for that. But they're really, really amazing people and have so much information. And Bill has been a special witness, an expert witness. That's what it is, expert witness in many different cases and everything. So, good people to know and good people to learn from. But
I'll just be here to learn tomorrow. I'm just here to sink up all the knowledge into my skull.
And you will have plenty of it. I mean, both of us. I mean, that's the thing. Whenever I talk to them, it's like I always learn so much, and it's really, really helpful. And if you guys have not bought Robert Fitzpatrick's book, Ponzi-nomics, I suggest that you get it. It is just so informative, and I've been listening to it. I'm doing some watercolor painting right now. I don't know if you've seen me post that on my.
I have. That was nice.
And I sit there and I listen to Robert as I'm painting.
It's a very, very good book. I was lucky to have the MLM police actually send it to me, because I'm in Canada and it wasn't available here.
Oh.
So I got a secret link and then figured out how to get to it.
I have the book and the audio book. And when I get to 10,000, I know Robert said that he would donate a couple of books, as a prize to give that out. So, maybe one day I'll get to 10,000 and be able to do that. Because I really do feel like if you are fighting against this type of opportunity, this is a book that is
this will be our new Bible. This and the Bite model are our Bibles.
So we're going to get down on the go-go. Thank you so much to my mods. Thank you for everyone who participated in the chat. And thank you to the lurkers. Come back tomorrow and listen to, Doug and Bill talk about non-disparagement and the NDA, specifically the non-passive NDA. And hopefully I'll have it on an external. I've got to add more memory to this laptop somehow because I have eaten it up so much with all the on-passive stuff that I've done. Anyway, thank you so much. And don't forget, you are beautiful and I love you. Until tomorrow, good night, everyone.
Love you guys.